For the next couple seasons, I want to get to one of the top riders in the world and try to get to the 2014 Olympics.
My life goal has been to go to the Olympics. It's what I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid.
Join us as we follow some of Canada's top alpine snowboarders as they travel the globe in search of new destinations, adventure, and gold.
Being able to do this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, even if, you know, we don't reach our goals. Like, I've lived an incredible life getting to see all these places around the world.
Traveling with the Calgary Snowboard Club, it's a good environment. Everybody gets along pretty well, and it's a small, tight-knit family.
The thing I like most about racing is probably the speed, being on edge and the adrenaline rush.
Go for it and see who's best. It was the best feeling ever.
See how it goes. That's good.
We're just headed to go go-karting just outside of Quebec City, in a place called Extreme Karting. And there's more weight placed on who wins go-karting than the upcoming NORAM.
Spandex. Oh yeah. Oh, it's flapping too. Yeah, you gotta get around.
Yo, we're on our way. We're just a few minutes behind.
Okay, that would be good. That would be awesome.
Yeah, the real challenge is gonna be whether or not we actually show up at the karting place.
You know, when you walk up to it, it's a big brick building. It maybe looks like a school or some sort of public institution, but when you go inside, it's a big warehouse. And they've taken these tires and they've strapped them all together to make the track. And the track's about 300 meters long, basically like a very, very miniature F1 course.
Yeah, every year the Quebec races, go-karting is just part of the event. It's a big thing.
And you sign up and you create your name for the boards, for the time boards, and then you head into the back room. Well, I'm gonna go out there and give my 100%, 110%. I'm gonna put one in for the team of me.
Mark is not the best go-karter in the league. His size just kills him. He stands out, first of all, so he's a target for everybody. And he just takes a ridiculous line that makes him super easy to swipe out. So, no, he's not a good go-karter.
Jusqu'à temps que moi je vous le dise de vous le. C'est moi qui vais vous dire de vous le. Okay?
I don't speak any French.
No, no French.
Yellow flag. Light flag. Very, very slowly and along the track.
The only rule we have is no passing on the yellow flag.
Dans le fond, vous ralentissez à la grandeur du circuit, okay?
Yeah, he's saying something about safety and no passing or bumping. We don't really know. We're going out there and we're gonna do anything we need to do to win. Ballard was checking the screen, looking at the race before, seeing who had the hot lap time, run out there screaming that he had cart 43.
43.
Didn't help him though. I just took the last cart in a row. It's a fast one. It's just luck of the draw.
I was gonna pick the cart that Steve took, but he stole it on me, so I sat in the car in front of him, and it turned out to be a pretty good one.
I let the force be with me to choose my fast cart.
There's one lemon cart that just sucks, and then there's all the rest I think are about the same.
There's a bar that holds the go-karts from going, and they pull it out, and you're on. And you get 5 laps to qualify your pole position, and so they tell you that they always tell you, oh, you have 2 laps to go around and feel the course, and you got 5 laps to do it. But I call BS on that. They're always timing from the first lap, and I've learned that. As soon as you're out, you get going.
The race we did, we had a 5-lap qualifier. Just 5 laps, give her all you got, best lap, they time us from there. I won the qualifier with an open track. I think I'm the fastest driver out there.
Pole position, of course, has a lot of respect to it, so you got bragging rights, but secondly, it's easier because it's 40 laps, and it's whoever gets past the 40 laps first. So even if you're the back of the pack, at one point you got to get ahead and pass the first place guy, so clearly starting first gives you about 20 more meters of starting space.
From there, it's just a bumper cart race to the finish.
There was a long straightaway through the finish, into a left-hand turn, around the back, into a hairpin turn like S-bend. There's one other hard corner at the back and then back into that straightaway and restart.
Whoever qualifies first, 3/4 of the time ends up like way at the back of the pack because they're just the target for the first 5 laps.
Held on to the lead for about five laps into the actual race, but there was a hairpin turn and Richie just put me into the tires. It's impossible not to open up there. And once that happened, I was just back of the pack. And then driving behind people, you just feel the rubber hitting your face and just like start squinting after that.
I guess karting to snowboarding is somewhat similar with just racing lines and stuff.
And looking ahead, seeing like having that sweet line coming into the corner at the right so you can accelerate out of it.
You hardly ever have to use the brake. It's mostly just on and off the gas, but there's a couple hairpin turns in there where you got to be on the brake for sure. I think I'm a better go-karter than I am a snowboarder, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Bumping, rubbing the other guys out, slamming them into the tires. It's fun.
If someone's in your way, you got to protect your line, so you got to change your line a little just to make sure they're not trying to move in on you, take the inside, and then T-bone you. Steve Barlow.
Usually there's a point when you can just see the cars losing traction a bit, and that's when you just got to give them a love tap right there. Their back end spins out, hits the tires, just sucks them in, and then you just blow by them, laugh. It's the best.
But another good tactic is when there's a pile up, like 3 or 4 in a row, you just let them crash into each other and then you pass all of them at once.
I almost put Ballard back into the pit at full speed. You got to go for the pass. If you see an opening, take it.
Sure, we're competitive with snowboarding and that's our serious sport, but we're going to be competitive with everything that we do.
If you ain't first, you're last.
You always want to win. No matter what you're doing, you have to beat the other guys. That's all that matters.
When the guy pulled out the checkered flag for the final lap and I was in first, so I took the flag and instead of going nice and slow and waving it, I tried to go as fast as I could with one arm in the air and one hand on the steering wheel. And I was coming around a corner and I almost put it into the tires, and that would have been probably the most embarrassing thing in my life. Vin Diesel, man. You can win by an inch or a mile, but winning is winning.
Victor! I am the victor! Again! Undefeated! Undefeated! Mark my words!
I did not beat Ballard.
I feel like I've got a film of oil on my eyeballs.
I got rubbed out twice, no big deal. I think I gotta thank him for that one. We were both in 4-wheel drifts for like that whole 100 feet. Like zero control. Look at my back, man. Oh my god. Jesus, battle scars.
See that?
Whoa, what's that from?
The seat, man.
He had a nail sticking out of his seat or something.
I was in the 4-wheel.
Just keep us giving her, man. We are headed to go-karting. To go-karting.